Today I'm going to be discussing the top 5 DC animated movies. Welcome to Comic Talk Podcast. Number 5. Batman Return of the Joker. I saw it back a few years ago. It's really good. This one is a movie from Batman Beyond, the animated series from 1999 to 2001. So I believe this movie came out in 2000. Was basically the show is based on after 30 years, where Bruce Wayne is in his 80s, and so this is like a spin-off from Batman the Animated Series. So basically, future Gotham, Bruce Wayne is older, and this movie is basically because in the animated series, spoilers alert, Joker dies in Batman the Animated Series. So this movie is basically what happens. I'm not going to spoil it, but what happens if Joker comes back from the dead. Now the reason why this movie is on my list is this probably has the best Joker Batman scenes. I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, this list has mostly Batman in it. Batman's my favorite character. You can see right there. Um, yeah, that's the reason. Has the best um, Batman Joker scene, in my opinion. And out of all of these, yeah, it has the best Batman Joker scene, and that's the reason why. That's the one reason alone why this one is on my list. Number 4. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Like you seen from my last, from number 5, Batman Mask of Phantasm is from Batman the Animated Series, where it's yeah, Batman's in it. I want to spoil it. There's a girl love interest. It's not Catwoman. It's not like really anybody from the comics that much. I don't even think. I believe it's not from the comics. They just is like a new character, which Batman the show has created a lot of. Like Batman Beyond was not in the comics. It was created on the show, and then it became so popular, it came in the comics. Harley Quinn was created on Batman the Animated Series, then became in the comics. So, but Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Joker is in this one. Not that big of a part. It's a cameo, kind of. You didn't expect him to be in here, and he shows up. I was like, oh, that's cool. That Joker's in here. Mark Hamill, is the Joker. Phenomenal job, Kevin Conroy, Batman. Really phenomenal movie. I just recently saw this movie this year. This year I saw it. I bought it on Vudu. Really good movie. Recommend it. Highly recommend it. Go watch it. Really good. Number 3. Alrighty. Justice League, Gods and Monsters. This is probably the most underrated DC animated film. I've talked about it in my other videos, but Justice League Gods and Monsters is a very, very good film with Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. Just them three. But it's a Elseworld kind of stuff where instead of Bruce Wayne is Batman, it's Kirk Langstrom. Kirk Langstrom is Man-Bat. He turns himself into a bat. He's a doctor. Turns himself into a bat in the regular continuity. This movie becomes like a vampire kind of creature. So he has the powers of a vampire, and Wonder Woman is part of the new gods like Hercules and all them. And Superman reimagine is he did not land in Kansas. He's not with the Kents. He's with Mexican migrant family doing farm work and all that stuff, which is really cool. which is a really cool twist on, you know, the Batman, Wonder Woman, because we've seen, you know, we've seen Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman over and over again, but this is a really cool twist on, you know, them, but kind of still kind of staying true to, like, you know, the DC characters and all that stuff, which is really cool. I loved it. Probably the most underrated DC movie, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I've watched it a few times, and I heard that they were gonna make like a whole universe with that thing, but not enough people watched it. So if you ever get the chance, watch it. I believe, yeah, it is on Vudu. You could probably rent it for a few bucks. Watch it. It is really good. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
Number 2.
Justice League War. This one entails with Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Batman, and Shazam. The comic book, oh, and Cyborg. And in the comic iteration, I believe it's Aquaman instead of Shazam, but Shazam does play like the... Yeah, so yeah. Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Batman, Shazam, and Cyborg. I believe, yeah, there's 6, 7, yeah. Um, well, this one is a really good movie. Probably the best Justice League movie. Live action, because the movie was... it was very close to Justice League War, but it was not as good as Justice League War. If you want to... If you've seen the live action movie, you're like, oh, I'm done with DC. Go watch Justice League War. It is the best Justice League movie. Yeah, Shazam is like the comedy relief, and then Batman and Green Lantern banter is really funny. Where Batman's not making jokes, but Green Lantern's making jokes, and Batman's not laughing, which is really funny. It's really cool. And Green Lantern thinks he's like a vampire or something. He's like, "Oh, you're just a guy in a bat suit," and Batman smirks, and that's really cool. We have how they all meet. It's like really cool and stuff. We kind of do get a little bit of evil Superman, but the villain in this movie, Darkseid, which should have been in the live action Justice League movie. They referenced Darkseid in the Justice League movie, and we didn't get it. I don't think we are gonna get it because it did so poorly. But watch Justice League War, arguably the best, in my opinion, the best Justice League movie.
And the best for last, number 1.
Batman Under the Red Hood. Speaking of Batman movies, this is probably top 3 Batman movies. I'm not saying a lot because Batman is my favorite character. See again, Batman right there. Reverse flash shirt. Batman Under the Red Hood, where it's, if you know the story, it's Jason Todd, second Robin. Batman thinks he dies, and it doesn't take away. If you know this stuff, it does not take away from the story. The story is well done, and the animation is very well done. The Red Hood suit is very well done. It's not Kevin Conroy. I forgot the guy's name who voices Batman, but it's not Kevin Conroy. Because I know Kevin Conroy is probably the best Batman voice. But this guy who does Batman is really good. And the guy who voices Jason Todd. So basically, Jason Todd is the second Robin. First Robin becomes Nightwing. The second Robin, the Joker kidnaps him. He dies. Ra's al Ghul finds him, and because Ra's al Ghul like lives for like 500 years, he goes into Lazarus Pit, like the Fountain of Youth, basically. And when he goes into Lazarus Pit, he rejuvenates himself. So he's been living for 500 years. Only human, but he's created this thing that makes him live for longer. Never brought anybody back from the dead. But when you go, the side effect for going to Lazarus Pit, you get a little bit crazy. So when you put a dead body, he does wake up. He's already more Jason Todd is one of the more like, oh, why didn't you kill this guy? Why didn't you kill that guy? And Batman's code is no killing whatsoever. Nobody, not even the Joker, the baddest of them all. Joker kidnaps Jason Todd when he's Robin, beats him to death basically. Right before Batman gets there, he dies. Ra's al Ghul takes him into the Lazarus pit, wakes up, redirects himself. Batman doesn't know that he's alive. He saw that he's dead, and Red Hood, Joker. One of his origin stories that is Joker was the Red Hood first. And now that's why Jason Todd is like, I'm gonna be the Red Hood to copy Joker. And Batman does not find out until like the middle of the movie that it is Jason Todd. And Jason Todd knows all his, Batman's tricks and all his, movement because he trained with Batman. And it is really, and it's really well done. And the fight scenes, you wouldn't think like in an animation movie, like the fight scenes would be good, but like the fight scenes are awesome. I love fight scenes. You know me, I love fight scenes, like the John Wick movies, that scene in Batman vs. Superman, Ip Man. Those fight scenes are like, I love a fight scene, and these fight scenes in this animation movie are phenomenal. Batman fight scenes and everybody's costume design, and Nightwing makes his cameo, and it's just, and Bruce dealing with Jason Todd being dead and coming back to life, and his greatest failure, and probably one of the best scenes at the end with Joker, Batman, and Jason Todd, Red Hood. But if you haven't seen that movie, please go see it. It is really good. It is on Vudu, or you can probably get it at Walmart, but I'm probably sure you can get it on Vudu for, you can rent it for a few bucks. Really good. Highly recommended. So that is my list of the top 5 DC animated movies. If you think that I've left anything out, you think that they should be in a different order, please let me know in the comments below. If you think I missed one, if you think, if they're in a different order, just leave it in the comments below. Subscribe. Thank you. And I will see you guys Thursday.